I wanted to talk about non-negotiables. Our schedules are crazy these days. Everyone you talk to, they're just so busy. They've got a lot going on. I've got a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and of course, my wife and myself, the four of us live in our place together. And up until recently, I was the one who worked all the time. So I was the one that was up early and out the door early and coming home late. And usually my 3-year-old would wake up early with me. I'd make him some cereal as I was getting ready, and then my 5-year-old and my wife, they'd usually still be in bed by the time I walked out the door. But a couple of weeks ago, all that changed. My wife started working at a school, and we got both of our boys enrolled there. One's in pre-K, and the other's in kindergarten. So now they're the ones that are getting up real early. My wife's up at 5, the boys are at 5:45, and it was kind of crazy trying to get them going. Waking these kids up at 5:45, telling them, "All right, got to get up, eat some breakfast, get ready, get your face clean, brush your teeth, do your hair, all this stuff, get dressed, and out the door by about 6:30 to head off to school." And they were not having it, and it took a while for their bodies to adjust, going to bed a little earlier and waking up at that time, and now they're doing all right. But it's been kind of fun because they've actually been getting ready quicker now that their bodies have adjusted. And so we kind of horse around in the morning, those last few minutes before my wife's all finished and ready to go before they head out. And I got to thinking the other day, I said, why don't I use this time for spiritual matters? So now when we've got those 10 minutes or so, we grab the little children's Bible and we read a couple stories and we get to pray together. And it's just a good spiritual time, me being the dad, the spiritual father in the house. I'm glad that I have that opportunity to spend with them. In the past, it's always kind of been before bed. We're fighting to do dinner, get everyone ready, get down to bed. Okay, let's read out of the children's Bible for a few minutes and then pray with you guys before you go to sleep. But now we get to start in the mornings, and it's even scriptural, it's biblical. Check this out. This week we were reading out of Psalm 63 in the one-year Bible. I think it was yesterday's reading. So let me read the first verse for you. It says, "Oh God, you are my God. Early I will seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water." And it goes on from there. But, I love that. Early in the morning, I will seek you. And, early, we should be seeking the Lord. And I know some of you are cringing right now. Early. I don't like early. I don't get up early. I hit my alarm 15 times, the snooze button, before I finally get out and drag myself to work or wherever it is you go. But, it's such an important thing to just spend that time with the Lord early in the morning. And I know some of you've got your excuses, and, we've all got excuses on why we can't do that. And, I'm guilty of that. There's times where I wake up late. There's times where, things get real busy and the schedule gets convoluted and I don't have time for the Lord. And, I got to thinking about that, that should be a non-negotiable. We have other non-negotiables. Everyone's routine is a little bit different, but for a lot of us, we shower in the morning. We don't want to go out stinky. We brush our teeth because we don't want food in our teeth and we don't want to have bad breath. And, we've got time to spend on our phones looking at, what did we miss in the night? What messages? What happened in the news? What's on social media? We find these things that are important, but all of a sudden we don't have time for Jesus. That time with Jesus is more important than our showers. It's more important than brushing our teeth. It's more important than looking at our phones. And I'm not saying that you should stop brushing your teeth and taking a shower, because please, you need it. We all need that. But those are non-negotiables that we find a way of doing them. We make sure I am going to brush my teeth. I'm going to look clean. I'm going to put on clean clothes. I want to be presentable. I don't want to be smelly for people. We have these non-negotiables in our life. But for whatever reason, that time with the Lord is negotiable. And we really need to change that to become a non-negotiable in our life, where it's just as important as everything else. So really, it is more important than everything else. And, we do need to continue doing those things. But how do we change our schedules so that spending time with Jesus is a non-negotiable, that it's mandatory, that we just put it above all things? For each of us, that's going to look different. But there's a blessing to starting your day with the Lord, because it sets you in a mood of blessing. It gives you joy. That joy will last the whole day. Jesus is the answer to our problems. We should lay our days before Him rather than waiting until the end of the day. Oh God, look at the mess I made today. Look at the sin I committed. Look at the problems I ran into. God, fix all that stuff as I go to sleep. No, how about we wake up in the morning and say, Jesus, I give you this day. I want to hear from you this morning. I want to read your word. I want to study it. I want to spend 10, 15 minutes in it, hearing from you. Bless me, Lord. Lay your path before me today. I want to walk in it. And I guarantee your life will change if you do that. If you put Jesus first, if he is a non-negotiable and you seek him early in the morning.